everyone, so you may have noticed that I look a little bit strange. That is because I do not have my makeup on yet, so that can only mean one thing. I'm going to film me putting my makeup on today. I fancied just kind of sitting down and doing a bit of a chatty video, so I thought I'd run you through a few products that I've been using recently and just kind of tell you a bit about why I like them. There's a few products that I'm going to use that are new and that I haven't even tried out yet, so you'll kind of get to see like a first impressions of a few products. And yeah, I just wanted to have like a little sit down chatty video, and then you can create this kind of everyday look alongside me if you like. Okay, so I've pinned my hair back, and the first product I'm going to be using is something that I mentioned in my previous haul video, and it's the Olay Total Effects Pore Minimizer CC Cream in Fair to Light, and this is gorgeous. This is such a lovely product. I've been using this every day. So it comes out looking like this, and I just dot it around my face using my fingers. And then I'm just going to blend it out. It smells gorgeous. It smells like peach. And yeah, you can wear this on its own, or you can wear it underneath makeup as a primer. That's what I'm going to be doing today, just because it doesn't really give me enough coverage. I'm then going to be going in with a foundation, and obviously the one I'm using is my favourite foundation at the moment. It's the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. If you want to know a little bit more about this, there is a blog post up on my blog just here. I'll leave links below and everything, you can have a little read. You need to make sure you shake this a lot before you use it. And I'm going to be blending this one in with one of my Zoeva brushes. This is the 104 Buffer brush. It's kind of got like a flat end, and yeah, this one's really good for blending it in. I take about half a pump on my finger and just dot it around my face. You really don't need very much of this at all. So as you can see, I've hardly applied any to my face, and I'm just going to blend out with this one, and you'll see how much coverage it actually gives. I've got quite a few spots around here and a spot up here at the moment, and I just feel like it covers it amazingly for how sheer the foundation actually is. I'm going to look like a ghost once I've done this. It does take quite a lot of blending though, but that's fine, you've just got to take your time. I always make sure I blend it down my neck as well, because I don't want an orange line. As you can see, that is pretty good coverage, considering I've only used the smallest amount. You can use a lot more than that to build up an even higher coverage, but I don't like to have too thick a foundation on my face, so I feel like this is enough for me. So the next thing I would actually do after my foundation is my eyebrows, just because I like to give my skin a bit of time for the foundation to sort of sink in. First thing I do is run through with a little spoolie. And I'm going to be using my MAC 208 angle brush for my eyebrows as always, and the Maybelline Colour Tattoo 24-hour thing in Permanent Taupe. I've been using this ever since somebody recommended it to me on my channel, so thank you very much for that. And just get the tiniest little amount on the brush, and I just kind of like to obviously make the whole brow a little bit darker. But this stuff is so easy to work with. It's really good to kind of change the shape of your brows, but it still looks really natural at the same time. Okay, then once I'm sort of kind of happy with my brows, I then go in with a clear brow gel just to set them so they don't move throughout the day. And I'm using the Collection Colour Lash Clear Mascara. I know it looks a bit gammy, but next up, I'm going to be using some concealer. I'm using the Revlon Colour Stay Concealer. This is new, I haven't really used it that much before, so we'll see how I get on with it. I'm just going to be using this on any little spots I've got. So I've got loads around here, up here. And I'm going to blend this out with the Silk Finish brush from Zoeva. Okay, moving on to bronzer. I'm using my Hoola bronzer because I love it. It's great for contouring and bronzer. I use the little brush that it comes with, and I just take a little bit, dab off the excess. And I just sort of suck my cheekbones in a bit and follow the hollows of them. Bring it up on my temples a little bit just to kind of warm up the face. I don't think the colours ever show up properly on my camera. I always look too pale, but in real life it's actually quite dark. Before I powder, I'm then going to do my highlighter because I'm using a cream highlighter. This is the High Beam from Benefit, and what I do is I just take my new Real Techniques blending sponge, whatever it's called, and I take the High Beam and just pop a little bit onto the flat side of the sponge, and then I just dab a little bit on my cheekbones and down my nose, and then just blend it all in. I like to do this before I powder, just because if you've already got powder on, it will sort of move the powder and your foundation, and it sort of all gets a little bit messy and cakey, but if you do it whilst nothing's been powdered down, then it should blend quite nicely. I say that as it's taking off my foundation. I think if you put quite thick foundation on, like I've done a little bit more than I usually would today, it can sort of move it a little bit, which is one thing I absolutely hate about cream highlighters. Okay, I'm then going to use something else, which is for the first time. I've never used this before. It's my Hourglass Ambient in the Light palette thing. And when I got this, I thought this was a highlighter set. So it looks like this, you get 3 in there. But after reading the back of the box, they are actually powders, but they're quite sort of iridescent powders. They've got a bit of a sparkle and a shine to them, and one of them is definitely too dark for me. The far one is too dark. I'm going to try a little bit of the middle one, and I'm just going to apply this with my Zoeva Luxe Cheek Finish. I'm going to take the middle shade, just take a tiny little bit, and I'm just going to kind of maybe use it as a highlighter. I'm not really sure if it will work as a highlighter. This works better as a highlighter than a powder, I personally think. I like to use powders to kind of mattify any areas, but I would say this one definitely gives like a bit of a shine. Yeah, I don't know, I need to, if anyone has any kind of tips or anything on how to use this palette, then I would definitely appreciate that, because I'm rubbish with it. I don't really understand it, so please let me know if you know how to use this. So moving on to eyes, I am going to be using my new palette, and this is the Collection Eyes Undiscovered Nude Bronze palette, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like, I don't care, I don't need that. It looks like this. It does come with a little brush, but it just fell out, and I'm not going to be using that anyway. I do feel like I should have taken pictures of this before I use it for the first time. Perhaps that would have been a good idea. Never mind, too late. So I'm going to be using my Zoeva Luxe Smoky Shader brush, which is sort of a flat brush, and I'm going to use the lightest colour over here, which is called Ivory. This is actually really nice, and these are quite pigmented as well, even though it's such a pale shade. But you can actually really see it, and it's really evened out the tone of my eyelids. Okay, next up I'm using a Real Techniques brush. This is one of the silver NYX Pix brushes. It's the base shadow brush, and I'm gonna use, which one should I go for? Okay, so I'm gonna use the colour Mink, which is the second one in the palette. It's this one here. And I'm just gonna take a little bit. This is really gorgeous. It reminds me of one of the colours in the Naked palette, but I can't quite put my finger on which one. And I'm just going to kind of put that all over the whole lid, but sort of avoiding the inner corner of my eye because I don't want to darken that up. And then I'm going to take the darkest shade, which is the one on the right, called Nutty, and it's sort of a purpley toned brown. I'm going to be using my Luxe Petite Crease from Zoeva. I'm just going to take a little bit because I think this is going to be quite dark. Tap a little bit off, and I'm just going to blend it across my lash line and up into the crease. I'm just going to place a little bit more in the crease just to darken it up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a little bit of the dark shade just underneath my lash line. And then lastly, I'm just going to use the Zoeva Luxe Pencil brush, which is quite a sort of sturdy, hard brush. And I'm just going to take that lighter colour again and just pop a little bit on the inner corner just to sort of highlight around the inside of my eye. I'm then going to do a super fine flick with my new Super Cat Soap and Glory liner. There is going to be a review up on my blog about this. I'm currently in the process of writing it. If you want to read up a little bit more about this, then I'll leave a link below. Just going to do a really fine flick, just to kind of add a little bit more darkness to my eye. As you can see, it's nothing major, it's just a really fine flick, and I haven't gone all the way into the inner corner of my eye either. And I'm just going to try and do the same the other side. Yeah, that'll do. So for mascara, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I have been trying out a few new mascaras recently, but I just feel like this is one that I want to use in this video, so that's what I'm going to do. This mascara is honestly amazing. Like, I'll show you after one coat how great it is. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but that's one coat. And I usually do about 2 coats, so I'll do the other eye and wait for it to dry. That rhymed. Okay, so there's both my eyes done. I'm now just going to do some on the bottom lashes. And then once they've dried after a few seconds, I just do another little coat. Okay, so there's eyes done. I'm just going to do my lips and then we are finished. So I decided today that I would do kind of a Kylie Jenner 90s lip, just because obviously I've got quite a lot going on the eyes and I wanted something quite nude and pale on the lips. So I'm first going to go in with my Natural Collection lip liner. And this is in the shade Almond, and this is really, really good, and I will show you in a minute what it pairs up well with. These go on so easily and they're so creamy and really blendable. I just think they're so easy to use, so I would definitely recommend checking out Natural Collection lip liners if you're after one. And then I'm just going to roughly fill in my lips a little bit as well, just to make my lipstick last longer. So lip liner is done. I know it looks a little bit orangey, but that will cancel out when I put the lipstick on. So the lipstick I've gone for, which I think would look nice with this eye look, is MAC Velvet Teddy. It's the perfect nude, and I just wanted to use it really, so. So there we have it, that is my makeup done for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed kind of just seeing what makeup products I've been using recently, and I've just kind of thrown together this look. I really like the eyes especially. I think this eyeshadow palette is amazing, and it only cost around £3.99 or £2.99 even, so I definitely recommend checking this out. And they did have a few others that were kind of had different colours and different tones in them, so definitely check that out. I also really love the Olay primer that I used. You can use it on its own, like I said, the CC cream. I think it's beautiful, I love it. I love my foundation, and also I think this deserves a huge shout out, the lip liner. These don't last all day. I am absolutely in love with my Charlotte Tilbury liner, and that does make your lipstick last for hours and hours and hours. I will put this onto the test today, and I will maybe write up a little blog post, because I haven't really tried it out and seen how long it lasts. But I love the way it goes onto your lips. I think it looks really good with Velvet Teddy. It only cost £1.99, and it was really creamy and easily blendable, so I absolutely love that. Like I said, if you have any tips on the Hourglass palette, then please let me know, because I spent a lot of money on it and I do want to know how it kind of works with your skin. And that is everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm extremely close to 4,000 subscribers now, which is insane, so it would mean the world to me if we could get there very soon. But yes, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all with another video very soon. Goodbye!